Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl. Today we're continuing on with HIKEATHON with my reading vlogs for days 11 and 12. In case you missed the other days, I will link them up in the cards so you can watch the full playlist, all the HIKEATHON reading vlogs. It's going fabulous. I'm having the best time. So it is 7 p.m. on Wednesday. I am just now getting a chance to check in with you. I actually got a bunch of editing and things done pretty early, and then I went straight away to go run some errands and do a hike in the first part of the day. So I'm going to play those clips for you now. This trail is so beautiful in the spring. It's covered with wild nasturtium, all like over the hills and everything. I love to go there and take like videos and photos. I did like a really cool fairy reel last year, and I had a video to take for tomorrow's photo there as well. It has some steeper parts and some more narrow paths. We got so much rain this spring. Like, it was insane how much rain we got, and it must have washed out some of the path because it was a lot steeper than it normally is and a lot less like flat. There was a part where I actually sat down on my butt and kind of like scooted down. I took a picture because I couldn't get a video obviously because I didn't feel comfortable just like walking with the type of shoes that I have. I just had like regular walking shoes on, not necessarily hiking shoes that grip. This trail is only a mile long and it's normally not a difficult trail, but there was one part where I had to like scoot and then my hands got all dirty and I was like, oh my gosh. I was very worn out for only doing like a mile or so. So here's my little path for today, but I have been taking it easy these last couple days because I know we're going to do some bigger hikes this weekend. So while I was doing that, I finished Disaster Days by Rebecca Bayron. So this is a middle grade survival novel about a 13-year-old girl who is babysitting in Seattle on this island, and there is like massive earthquakes. All the stuff in the house like falls down, they lose power, she can't connect to her family, they have to take a ferry to get to this island, and so she has to try and keep these two younger kids alive and herself. I thought this was really good. I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5, but I feel like for a middle grader it's more of a 4-star, and I feel like middle graders will really like this because it has realistic survival situations and things that she has to overcome, but it wasn't like too intense or dark at the same time. Definitely action-packed and intense. Our main character recently has developed asthma, so she's kind of dealing with that as well, so that makes it kind of interesting. I thought it was pretty good overall and one that I will be recommending in the future. After hiking, I had to go to Marshall's to get some more socks because doing all of these hikes and everything made me aware that I did not have enough like exercise socks. They had kind of gotten worn out, so I went and got some more and a couple other things. I went to Trader Joe's and got some groceries as well. A very productive day overall. Okay, then I also finished The Lake House from Sarah Beth Durst. So I finished 2 today, which is good because I had only finished 1 book until today, which is fine, but I like to finish a lot for the readathons if I can. So listen to this on audio. Carissa Backer's the narrator. She's incredible. This was so good. It took me completely by surprise. Like, I was really enjoying it because the atmosphere was very nature heavy, survival-esque, and it had two kinds of survival because they were kind of out in the wilderness alone, but then there was also like this mysterious man that they thought was murdering people. It was so good. It had so many twists and turns. The ending was very different than I expected and I loved it. I want to compare it to another book, but if I do, I'll give away what happens at the end. I really like this, so I'm actually going to give this one 5 stars. I didn't love it as much as Enchantment of Ravens because that was like perfection for me, but I really enjoyed this. This is like a top hike-a-thon read now. They had to like fish and hunt and hike, but it had lots of action. I loved the characters. The characters all were like flawed and had some darker things in their past, but not too dark, but they were all still really lovable, and they kind of grouped together as like a girl team, and it was really, really great. So Sarah Beth Durst is just really crushing it for me. I'm very excited to read her new book now. Then once I came home, I was like busy cleaning everything. I'm trying to get really ahead so that this weekend we can just enjoy ourselves and not have to do like meal prepping and laundry and grocery shopping and all that stuff. While I was doing that, I started In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. So this is the beautiful Fairy Loot edition that my friend sent me. This is a standalone adult sci-fi fantasy novel. I'm not sure how to classify it. I don't know the synopsis of this. I'm 2 hours into it. Basically, there is this inventor named Giovanni who lives with robots and his like adopted son in the woods. And these robots are like hyper intelligent. There's like a vacuum that can talk, and there's like a nurse robot, and then we have this younger boy that he wound up having to take care of, and then they stumble upon a new robot, and Victor is going to try and like fix it up and figure out what's going on. It's kind of a loose description. This is a loose retelling of Pinocchio, and I'm definitely getting those vibes. So the audiobook narrator is really good, but this book is so silly. It's reading like a middle grade because the vacuum robot will be like, "Oh no, are we all gonna die?" And he literally sounds like that. And the nurse one will be like, "Of course we're all gonna die. Nothing lasts forever." And he'll be like, "Oh no!" And it's really, really dramatic and over the top. I like the silliness, but because it's an adult novel, it's throwing me off a little bit because they have a lot of kind of crude jokes and things about genitalia and anatomy quite often, and so it's throwing me out of it because it seems like very whimsical and silly and fun, but then we have these like more adult situations happening. So I don't know, I'm torn right now. I could see this being like a favorite, or I could see this being something I really don't like, and I'm really sad because I want to keep this so bad because it is absolutely so pretty. It has the cutest little robots. I do really like the robots. They live in like a treehouse in the woods. I will be devastated if I wind up not liking this one. So I hope that I like it. I actually at one point wanted to write a book called The Puppets. Maybe I will someday, but I had like a full synopsis of this dream that I had that involved like the woods and puppets, so it was kind of funny. This is nothing like the one that I was gonna write, but you just don't see a lot of books with puppets in the title. And technically they're not puppets because they're robots, but I don't know why this wasn't In the Lives of Robots. Anyway, I don't think this is one that I'm going to what I call binge listen to, where I just listen till I'm done, because it's almost 16-hour audiobook, so I think I'm just gonna do like a little bit every day until it's done and try to get other audiobooks knocked out. Tomorrow we'll start another new one and figure out what other badges I need. We're gonna go to a cool trail and we're gonna go to a library bookstore. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, happy hike-a-thon day 12. It's 11:30 a.m. on Friday. I had a rough night's sleep last night. I didn't get to bed until 12, and then Ledge got us up a couple times. I'm not sure what was going on, and so I'm feeling very tired today. I was gonna go to a library bookstore and go to like this somewhat larger hike, but I decided again, we're just gonna stay here, do a local hike, get some more cleaning and stuff prepped for the weekend because I know we're gonna do something harder tomorrow, and I really want to be able to not wear myself out. I did start The Nature of Witches last night, and I got about 2 hours in and I am loving it. I have a small dilemma. I started this one because I wanted an elemental magic book for that reading badge, but this one is the perfect seasonal read. I had no idea. It's basically a witch school and all of the witches are different seasons. There's a summer, winter, fall witch sections, and they all do different things to help like control the weather and the environment's kind of getting out of control and they need to balance it back out. I'm obsessed with that. I love that so much. So this is a great seasonal read because we talk about all of those different things. Loving this. I have 8 hours left and I listen at a faster speed, so I will probably finish this one today. I'm really obsessed. I've never done Rachel Griffin. I have one of her other books and I need to get Bring Me Your Midnight because I feel like she's going to be a new favorite. This is possibly going to be a 5-star. Oh, if I had 3 5-stars during this readathon, I don't know what I would do. I've had very few 5-stars this year and I'm so much pickier with my 5-stars. If I have them all in the same readathon, that would be incredible. But I'd be shocked if this is less than a 4. So we're reading this. We'll get some more of In the Lives of Puppets done as well. I just finished filming the Mermaid Marathon announcement. That's why I got my fancy braid in. That one should be up June 4th. So it'll be a week after this readathon ends. So stay tuned for that. We're pushing it back just a little bit this year to give me some time to do like a lot of fun videos revolving around Mermaid Marathon. We're doing something fun. And I filmed my June TBR. And yeah, I did a lot of cleaning and stuff yesterday. So we're just gonna have a good time today. I'm gonna go to this new faux place that I haven't been and go get some spring rolls because I'm really craving some more spring rolls. I got some yesterday at Trader Joe's, but I want to go get some like legitimate ones, and we're gonna have some lunch and then we're gonna clean a little bit and then we're gonna go hiking somewhere new but close. So that's the plan for today. So it is 8 o'clock now on Friday evening. The day just flew on by. Ledge and I did manage to get a hike in today. We found like a new trail again and it was beautiful and very different than what I expected, but it was only like 3/4 of a mile, so we only did like 18 minutes. And honestly, that is okay. I'm so worn out today and I wanted to like rest up for the weekend, and I think we did that. I did notice when we left that if you crossed the road there was like a second trail that connected that I could have done, so that was kind of sad, but that's okay. I also went to the library bookstore on the way home. I got 2 things. These were both ex-library. So I got Deep Light by Frances Harding. I have a paperback copy of this. I always like to get the hardbacks if I can, so hopefully I can clean this up pretty good. This is a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea retelling. I think it might be kind of spooky. It's ocean vibes. I don't think it's mermaidy, but it might be, so good for summer. And then I got The City Beautiful, which I know is like circus-esque or theme park. There's like a Ferris wheel on the cover. I had saved this one for random-a-thon when we did the circus round, but I didn't get to it, so I had put it on my mind for like a future readathon. So I have this one now. I also went to Dollar Tree on the way home because I always like to check. Sometimes they get a ton of good books in, and I found Nowhere on Earth by Nick Lake. This was literally the only one that I wanted, and they only had 1 copy. So I'm gonna go to some other ones this weekend or next week and see if they have some more, because this is perfect for HIKEATHON. So Emily is lost between her overbearing parents and recent trouble at school. She already has plenty of reasons to leave her lonely town in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. But when mysterious men in suits start following her little brother, she'll do anything to keep him safe. Stowing away on a charter plane seems like a good plan until the plane crashes into the side of a mountain. Then the men arrive, would-be rescuers carrying automatic weapons instead of first aid. Getting Aiden to safety is one thing, getting themselves off the mountain with a team of assailants on their trail is something else. So we have a survival read, but with like another aspect, which is what I really enjoy. So you're not sure why they're after her brother, or why there's men following them, and why they know where they're going. This sounds really cool. Definitely saving for next year. I did my best and I did good. I only have like 40 minutes left of The Nature of Witches, and I will finish this tonight. I wanted to finish it before I checked in with you guys again, but I am really wanting to go and like take a bath and call the day good. So I'll update you now, but I'll let you know my final thoughts in the next reading vlog. So far, we're really loving this. It's sitting more at like a 4.5. Like I am so enjoying it, but not entirely entirely a 5-star. It is so much about nature and storms and the elements and plants and witches, and I love that it is a witch school, but it doesn't feel like a normal like YA witch school where you're like in the hallway with classrooms and cattiness. Like it's very much mostly outside, and they're constantly like working with the weather and doing different things to enhance the weather and the environment, and oh, the nature elemental magic vibes of this are perfection. There's also a cute little fun romance in here. I'm really liking the romantic lead. Really enjoying it. Definitely going to check out some more of Rachel's books. So I'll let you know my final thoughts tomorrow in next week's vlog. We're going to close this vlog out here, and the next one will be the last one. It will be 3 days long over Memorial Weekend. We have some cool plans. I'm unsure of how many audiobooks I'm going to be able to finish, but we are going to go do some really cool hiking trails and just wrap this up with a bang. I am on like a 4-star streak. I only had 1 3-star this entire time for HIKEATHON. I want to keep this up because this is the most I have enjoyed my reads for any readathon. All of them, except for 1.5, have been 4 stars. Like they have been fabulous. And even the ones that were like 3.5 were still good. They weren't terrible. Loving it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.